Alright, hi. I looked at this United States patent for an application publication, and it gives three generic figures for a dual turbo central fugal chiller. Alright, it has a motor driven power part that powers four evaporators, and these are the compressors. At the top there you have your condenser and your evaporator on the bottom, and then another one shows the flow going from one through the other. The top one is the same one, just with a different drive shaft. Then the third one uses impellers that travel through the middle and then back to the other central figure. Also, these are dual, and then this is the looping into the condensing oil. So, all right, here let's look at the idea that I came up with. Number one. We have a traction motor. This is the axle to the wheels. It runs on a gear. What I wanted to show is I've put a space in here. We'll hide that. So this is our magnetic core. There's too many windings. It'd be like 1,500 windings for 15 kilowatts. But in this outer jacket, it's connected. The condensers are going through the outer jacket, which is either fills with refrigerant. So the refrigerant cools down the electric motor. And now let's look at the truck. So we have two traction motors on a 4-bogie track. Sometimes that doesn't work so good. Sorry. It starts tilting the block. Alright, the traction motors drive the driving motor for the central fugal. First compressor on the left, second compressor. The compressors pass through one each other. They have two impellers in two different sections. One comes from the long side, one comes from the short side. Your impellers, the compressor on the left, which would be in the front, runs to both top of the traction motor with the refrigeration cage, and then the condenser also runs. The condenser runs from both traction motors to the condenser. And then the condenser flows back to the central fugal. The first compressor runs to the second compressor and back to the first and second compressor. So that's the loop of the compressor line. These are central fugal air chillers used with refrigerant to cool down traction motors and spin around or whatever. I didn't try side bolsters. I'm not very good at side bolsters, but let's look at this front ways through. We'll do a cross section. Alright, so we start with the wheels and the gear that's mated, and then you have both your traction gears picking up your traction motor, the condenser, which runs. This shows over here shows the separation between impellers. There's impellers in there. That's I did not fill in the some fillers, but there's right there in that pocket. That's your radiator core inner linings for the cylinder for the traction motor. It's a cylinder liner, and then back to the other compressor, and then back to the other traction motor. Shows the winding, and that completes my four-wheel traction motor, double bogey, two axle, central fugal traction motor chiller. There will be a third due to come out soon. I just got throw another copy 3 of these traction motors and then come up with a different configuration. Keep 2 cylinders, 2 compressors, just a different manifold system. Thank you.